Good day everyone. Again, before you start watching this video lecture for lesson 3, kindly comment your name, strand and section sa ating comment section. Okay? Para ma-monitor ko kung sino yung mga nanood o nakanood na ng video lecture for lesson 3. Kasi after this, may isasend akong Google Form, no, for quiz number 3. Okay? So without further ado, let's start our video lecture sa ating lesson 3, which is society and culture as a complex whole. So in this video lecture, uh, we're going to examine ano ba ang relationship ng society and culture. Okay? So for our objectives, first, identify aspects of culture and society, describe society and culture as a complex whole. So nandito na tayo, no? Nandito tayo. Third one is explain anthropological and sociological perspective on culture and society. Okay, so let's start with this quote. Sabi dito, a society without a culture is like a body without a soul and vice versa. So kung nasa classroom tayo, no, kaya makakapag-recitation tayo, but dahil dahil video recording 'to, 'no, I'll be the one who will explain this one. Pero if you want, you can type your answer, your explanation sa ating comment section. Okay? So, sabi dito, no, sa statement na ito, a society without a culture is like a body without a soul and vice versa. So, this statement, no, implies that the society without culture, no, ang society ay magkakaroon ng lack of identity. Kasi nga, si culture yung nagbibigay ng identity sa mga tao. So, kung walang culture, walang pagkakakilanlan ang mga tao bukod sa kanilang race or sa kanilang physical appearance. So, mahalaga ang culture sa society para magkaroon ng identity and at the same time, 'di ba? Let's go back sa definition ng culture. 'Di ba sa culture, it is the total way of life. So kung walang total way of life ang mga tao, paano sila mamumuhay sa society, okay? So 'yan. Okay, aside from that, the culture varies from one society to another. So napakahalaga ng culture para magkaroon ng identity ang mga tao kasi culture varies, 'no? So kung walang identity, pare-parehas tayo, okey? And sabi dito, like a body without a soul, 'no? Okay, so culture is shared and practiced by the people in the society. So if there is no society, again society, it composed of people. Okay? If there is no society or kung walang mga tao, no, sino yung magpa-practice ng culture? Okay? So there will be no people who will practice the culture just as soul requires a body to manifest in the physical world. So kailangan ng culture yung tao para mayroong mag-practice at mag-continuous ang culture, maipasa ang culture from generation to generation. Okay? So is uh, that's the explanation. Okay? So now let us define culture and society. So mag-recall lang tayo sa ating discussion regarding sa culture, no? Sabi ni Edward Taylor na ang culture is a complex whole which encompasses beliefs, practices, values, attitudes, laws, norms, artifacts, symbols, knowledge, and everything that a person learns and shares as a member of society. So, complex whole, no? Ito ay komplikado, no? And culture is not just one thing, but a collection, interconnectedness of various aspects that together create the unique identity of a society. No, and this interconnectedness, like what we have, like what we have discussed, no, it makes culture as a complex whole. Okay? Now, ano-ano ba yung mga nag-e-encompass sa culture, 'di ba? Nung during discussion natin sa lesson 1, nagpakita ako ng culture wheel. And aside from that, no, culture encompasses almost all social aspects, including language, no, customs, yung ano ba yung mga traditional practices ng mga bawat society, values, what are the principles, beliefs of the people na kung saan that beliefs guides people if the act is good or bad. Okay? Norms, ano ba yung mga expectations ng society, tools, technologies, products, organizations, institutions of family, education, religion. So napakalawak na talaga, 'di ba? Now, our culture defines who we are, no? Culture influence how people think, what we believe, no? How we interact with others. And through interactions, through socialization, we learn culture na kung saan yung natututunan natin, it mold our character and identity. Okay? So aside from that, it is a way of life, no? How people live their daily lives with a particular society, and uh, people can also, culture can also be considered in the form of tangible and intangible. Ito yung types of material, ay types of culture, tama, di ba? We have two types of culture, the material culture or the tangible, and the non-material, which is intangible. Okay? So tangible culture or the material culture, ito yung visible, nakikita natin at the same time nahahawakan natin. It includes different terms like churches, tools, artifacts, and monuments, no? Ah, ito, yung nakikita nyo sa larawan na yan, ayan yung Colosseum, okay? Sa Italy. Now, that's an example of tangible culture kasi ayan ay architecture, no? Yung churches during discussion pinagtalunan natin kung ang church ba ay tangible or intangible, kung ang religion ba ay tangible or intangible, 'di ba? So, ito yung mga ibang halimbawa pa, yung Rizal Monument, yung landing of MacArthur sa sa Leyte, no? Sa Lapu-Lapu Shrine sa Cebu, no? And ito, other example pa is ah, yung mga artifacts, yung mga remnants na nahuhukay ng mga archaeologists, no? Itong mga remnants na 'to, they collect it para ma-interpret nila, ma-explain nila kung ano ba yung culture ng sinuunang tao, no? Again, anong branch of anthropology 'to? Yes, very good, no? Archaeology. And ano tawag sa mga taong yon na naghuhukay? Archaeologist. Okay, so that's an example of tangible culture o material culture. Next is intangible culture, no? Intangible culture or the invisible. Ito yung mga hindi natin nahahawakan, no? And the UNESCO classify the intangible culture into 5 domains. The first one is oral tradition and expression. It includes the language, no? Sabi natin na ang language ay mahalaga kasi nga we use this for communication, and at the same time through language na ipapasa natin yung culture from generation to generation at no na ita-transmit natin from this place to another place. Okay? Next is the performing arts. So, performing arts, it includes traditional music, dance, and theater. Na wag po kayong malilito sa performing arts, no? Ang performing arts ay kasama siya sa intangible o sa non-material kasi, no, can we can we touch the music? Can we touch the dance? Mahawakan natin yung mga dancer, pero yung dance mismo ay hindi. Can we touch the theater? No. 'Di ba? We can touch the actor. the theater actor, but we cannot touch the theater mismo. Okay? So, kasama siya sa, ang performing arts ay kasama sa intangible culture. No, sa bawat places sa let's say sa Pilipinas, bawat places sa Pilipinas, meron tayong mga traditional music, traditional dance, no? Yung maglalatik, that's traditional dance in Binyan, Laguna. Yung itik-itik, that's traditional dance sa Surigao. Okay? So, it varies from society, from from one society to another. Okay? Next is social practices, rituals, and festive events. Okay? And lastly, yung knowledge and practices concerning nature and the universe. So, ayan po yung mga ah, yun po yung mga intangible culture proposed by UNESCO during 2003. Okay, so that's culture. Now, let us proceed sa society. So, society, sabi dito, constituting fairly a number of people living in the same territory, relatively independent of people outside their area. So, society, it is made up of group of people na kung saan itong group of people na to, they live within a specific geographical area or territory. So, mahalaga yung territory sa society kasi saan titira yung mga tao sa society kung walang physical space, kung walang geographical area, no? And society only exists if there are people na nag interact or nakikipag-socialize. Kasi nga, society, it consists of people. Now, matatawag ba natin na society ang isang society kung walang tao? Of course not. Okay? So, ayan po ang society. Again, it is made up of group of people. Now, let us examine the relationship of culture and society. Actually we already did during the explanation ng quote, no, nung una bago tayo mag-start ng discussion. Now, culture and society. Pag sinabi nating society, again, this is organized group of individual and that is the nature of society. It consists of people who interact and form relationship within a shared territory. Okay? And culture, it is the organized group of learned responses. Now, the people, the society, practice culture. Okay? And culture is not innate. Hindi siya biological. Hindi siya kapag ikaw ay pinanganak, ay meron ka ng culture. No? Because culture ay natututunan natin. It is learned through socialization and transmitted across generation. Okay? Now, for a culture to exist and to be developed, first one, it needs to it needs human interaction, people to interact with one another. So, regular interaction of people, nakakatulong po ito na magpatuloy at magkaroon ng development yung culture. Okay? And aside from that, the culture need to practice by people continuously. Bakit? Kasi kung hindi pina-practice ng tao ang culture, mamamatay po ang culture, no? Kaya kaya nga tayo may tinatawag na dying language, no? Ang example ng dying language natin ay Latin, okay? Language, no, language is part of our culture. An example ng at kapag ang culture ay hindi na practice ng continuously, ay mamamatay ang culture. Example yon ay Latin language. Now, ang Latin language is a dying language kasi nga wala na nagpa-practice na ito, no? Yes, mayroon pero in academic na lamang. Pero in daily basis through sa pakipag-communication, hindi na nagagamit yung Latin language. Okay, so next, no? A society cannot exist apart from culture. So sabi, no? hindi maipaghihiwalay ang society at culture. So they are interdependent. Okay? A society is always made up of persons and their groupings. People carry and transmit culture, but they are not culture. No society can operate without culture derivatives. So like what I said earlier, ang society ay hindi mag-e-exist, hindi siya mabubuhay, hindi siya makakasurvive kung walang culture. Dahil mawawalan ng identity ang mga tao, and culture is the total way of life. So ano ang magiging way of life ng mga tao kung walang culture, no? And ang culture hindi rin siya mag-e-exist kung walang society or kung walang tao. Kasi nga 'di ba ang society ito ay binubuo ng mga tao. So kung walang society, hindi mag-e-exist ang culture. Kasi sino magta-transmit ng culture kung walang tao? Sino magke-carry, sino yung mag-e-execute ng culture sa society kung walang tao? 'Di ba? So they work hand in hand. They are independent to each other, interdependent. Okay. Now, we have characteristic of society. So the first one is complex whole. So society as a complex whole. It consists of individuals interacting with one another. A change in one or a group of individuals will affect the stability of the other parts of the whole system. So, 'di ba, kapag sinabi nating complex, ito ay komplikado, no? Komplikado at the same time interconnected. Now, sa society, ito din ay complex whole, no? Ano ang interconnected do'n? Yung mga tao. Okay, yung mga tao, 'di ba sa culture ang interconnected do'n ay yung mga aspect niya. Now, dito sa society, this is interconnected of people wherein the relationships and interactions between the people influence the entire system. Okay? So, because of the relationship, because of the interaction, because of the socialization of the people in the society, ay inaiimpluwensyahan niya yung entire system ng ating society or the whole system of the society. For example, sa ating history, the People Power Revolution. Okay? So sa People Power Revolution, nagkaroon ng interaction ng mga tao, yes or no? Yes, no? Nagkaroon sila ng interaction. They gathered sa EDSA, and that's interaction. Now, ang interaction ba nila ay nagpabago sa sistema ng Pilipinas? Yes or no? Yes, 'di ba? Kaya nga from dictatorship, naging democracy tayo. Kasi sa People Power Revolution, kaya sila nagrevolusyon dahil ayaw na nila ng pamamalakad ng ating gobyerno, which is yung kay Marcos Sr. Okay? So nagrevolusyon ang mga tao, they gathered, they interact, at dahil sa interaction nila, at dahil sa gathering nila, dahil sa relationship na yon na nabuo during the People Power Revolution, ay nagkaroon ng ah, change sa whole system natin. So from dictatorship, naging ah, naging democracy tayo. Okay? So that's example of a complex whole. So dahil sa interaction, nagbago ang ating whole system. Okay? Next is relatively large rather. So for a society to be considered relatively large, dapat ito ay binubuo ah, ng significant number of people. So dapat dito, no, sa characteristic lamang na ito, tandaan niyo yung population. Dapat may population ang society, dapat may mga tao ang society to be considered society, ang isang lugar. Okay, so being a complex whole, the people must be socially integrated to be considered relatively large. So hindi lang pala siya about population. Dapat yung population, dapat yung mga tao, they socially integrated. Dapat nakikipag-interact din sila sa isa't isa. Okay, the people in a family, clan, tribe, neighborhood, and community are socially integrated to be relatively large. Okay, so dapat yung mga people in the society, dapat nag-interact sila, dapat nakikipag-communicate sila sa mga tao sa society, kapag socialize, para masabi na relatively large ang isang society. Hindi lang siya i-make up ng isang group of people, isang tao, dapat ah, ah, yung taong yon ay dapat nakikipag-interact din. Okay? Next is socializes its members. Okay? And members or the people are born to socialize. Okay? So, sabi dito, since most of society's members are born to it, yes, we are born to socialize. Kailangan natin makipag-socialize because iba nga sabi, no man is an island. Hindi natin kayang mabuhay ng tayo lang mag-isa. Okay? And that's the reality. Hindi natin kaya mabuhay na mag-isa kasi sino magpo-provide ng needs natin? Hindi naman natin kaya na tayo lang ang lahat. Kaya ba natin magtanim sa urban places like kung saan tayo nakatira ngayon? 'Di ba hindi? So kaya nga tayo may mga farmers. Kaya ba natin kaya ba natin ah, gumawa ng gamot? 'Di ba hindi? So tayo bumibili na lamang tayo sa pharmacy kapag may sakit tayo. So there is no man is an island talaga. Now, sabi dito, they are taught basic norms and expectations. Those that came from other societies before being accepted as functioning members should be socialized and taught basic norms and expectations of such society. So, kapag ikaw ay nanggaling sa ibang society, dapat matutunan mo yung culture ng society pinaglipatan mo para ikaw ay maging functioning members. Ano ba 'pag sinabi nating functioning members? Para ikaw ay considered as functioning members, you must adhere sa basic norms nila. Okay, sa rules, sa expectation ng society na pinaglipatan mo. Ah, for example, ikaw ay pumunta ng Japan para mag-aral, exchange student, no? So, nang ikaw ay pumunta sa Japan, kailangan mong ma-adapt, kailangan mong mag-adjust doon sa culture nila. Kailangan mong matutunan yung culture nila for you to live komportable and maging functioning members. Okay? Naintindihan ng socializes its members. Now, next is endures, no? The society endures, produces, and sustain its members for generations. Sabi dito, a society survives because of the ability to produce, endure, and sustain its new members for at least several generations. For instance, a society that cannot assist its members during extreme conditions of hunger and poverty will not survive very long. So this characteristic of society, it only emphasizes the resiliency of the society. No? For example, kapag nagkaroon ng natural disaster or calamity, let's say earthquake, kapag na-survive nila ang earthquake, no, nag-a-adhere sila dito sa characteristic ng society. Kasi na-survive nila, na-endure nila yung calamity, no? And at the same time, nakapag-produce pa sila and sustain kasi nga hindi sila nagpapigay doon sa hindi sila na ang society nila ay hindi nawala because of calamity. Na-endure nila yung calamity or ng natural disaster, let's say earthquake. Naka-survive sila sa earthquake. So, na-endure nila, nakapag-produce sila ng mga tao, nakapag-produce sila and sustain its members for generation. Okay, so dito sa characteristic na 'to, again, it only emphasize the resiliency of the society. Okay? Next is holds its member through a common culture, no? Individuals in a society are held together because because the society has symbols, norms, values, values and pattern of interactions, vision and missions that are commonly shared by the members. So, para masabi na ikaw ay member ng society, ay dapat you hold or dapat meron kayong common culture, 'di ba? 'Di ba sa ethnic group, para masabi na ikaw ay kabilang sa ethnic group na yon, dapat dapat you share common culture, you share history with the people. Gano'n din sa society since, ang ethnic group ay nakatira sa society, tama, 'di ba? So, sa society 'no, ah, dapat mayroong common culture kung ano ang pina-practice ng isa, dapat pina-practice ng lahat. Kung ano ang lengguwahe ng isa, dapat ayun din ang lengguwahe ng lahat, 'no? Kung ano ang mga beliefs, tradition, dapat ayun din ang beliefs and tradition mo. Kasi you share common culture, and having a common culture 'no, it create a sense of belonging and connection. Now, dahil sa connections na nabuo because of the common culture, it helps the people to ensure the continuity of the culture, 'no? Continuity of the culture kasi nga, patuloy nilang pina-practice yung kanilang culture, okey, para hindi mamatay. Kasi kapag namatay 'yan, kapag hindi nila prinactice ng, continuously ang kanilang culture, again anong mangyayari? Mamamatay, 'di ba? Anong example natin dun? Yung Latin language. Kasi ngayon wala nang nagpa-practice ng Latin language sa, in daily basis 'no, ginagamit na lang siya for academics 'no. Kaya nga kanina nabanggit natin yung ang word na ito ay nung sa lesson 2 yung mga, anthropology, ah, yung sociology 'no, it came from the Latin word 'no, na Sire, 'no? So, that's a Latin word. So, do'n na lang siya ginagamit for academic purposes. Pero in a daily basis, hindi na, okay. So, that's the fifth characteristic of society. Dapat holds its members through a common culture. Now, and aside from that 'no, because of the common culture ay nagkakaroon ng unity ang mga tao, nagkakaisa ang mga tao, okay. Next, the last one 'no, society has a clearly defined geographical territory. So dito, the members of a society must live in a specific place and have a common belongingness and sense of purpose. So tumutukoy lamang 'to sa geographical area 'no, dapat may physical space ang mga tao to interact, physical space ang mga tao para tumiras 'no. So, that's geographical territory, okay. So, ah, mayroong specific place and have a common belongingness and sense of purpose, okay. So, that's the characteristics of society, and dito nagtatapos ang ating, video lecture for lesson 3, okay. So, after you finish the lesson 2 and 3, after you finish watching the lesson 2 and 3, magse-send din ako ng handouts for lesson 2 and 3, and after that, meron akong ise-send na asynchronous activity number 2 sa inyong mga GC and yung ating quiz number 2 through Google form. Okay, so that's all. Thank you very much.